Hi there, welcome to my video here. So today I thought we would work on regulating your nervous system and helping you to reduce physical symptoms. So when you are triggered in your everyday life by situations and other people, you might think that you only feel an emotion and not even necessarily realize how it's affecting your body. And some people are aware of both, right? So in this video, I'm going to focus mostly on helping you to regulate your nervous system through stress responses that you feel physically in your body. For example, could be pressure in your head or maybe migraines. It could be like clenching your jaw. It could be tightness in your throat. Um, it could be, a physical pain that you feel like in your shoulder or your back. It could be tightness in your chest or like shallow breathing. It could be heart palpitations. It could just be general tension in a certain area or tightness in a certain area, or maybe your whole body. Some people feel trembling. Some people, their legs shake. Some people just feel fidgety and need to be, like fidgeting with, how people like twirl a pen or, just kind of fidget with a piece of clothing or something like that. Um, I mean, I've even seen where my clients, like they might be rocking or something as we're doing our sessions because they just can't sit still, or maybe they're in a swivel chair and they're kind of swiveling a little bit. And I've also seen, because I have my clients close their eyes a lot in meditations, and I've also seen when their eyes close that their pupils are moving back and forth so fast because their nervous system is dysregulated. And that comes from trauma. And it could be trauma from your marriage, it could be trauma, growing up with trauma, um, anything from your past that is unresolved. So, and I'll say that, if you've gone and done like lots of talk therapy and things, that's great. I'm sure it's given you an understanding, a little bit of an understanding of why you are the way you are. And it might help you to feel seen and heard just to like get the stuff up and out. But what it's not doing is really healing these patterns and healing these stress responses. And that's what I do in my business. So, um, yeah, so let's get into some of this, right? Um, so what I want you to do is, oh, I wanted to introduce myself in case you don't know me. My name is Meryl Hayton, and I'm a certified EFT professional. And I help you to have happier, healthier relationships and more joy in your life through somatic and spiritual approaches. Using somatic work is physical EFT tapping, and spiritual approaches is an upgraded form of EFT called optimal EFT. And my mentors have married that all together to create a trademark name now called Official EFT. And I'm really thrilled about that because I love both of the processes and feel that they're both really effective and need to be used together. And, I use physical tapping in order to calm the body and bring in some clarity and more focus. In this work, we usually rate how we feel physically, mentally, emotionally on a scale of 0 to 10, or we maybe describe how big feelings are or how heavy feelings are, right? And we kind of get a little artful and creative with it sometimes. And that's what helps to really break through and dismantle these patterns. So, and then the spiritual work, so it's somatic is physical to EFT tapping, and then the spiritual form is a meditative. It's like a guided meditation where we connect to a loving, happy moment and a higher power, which really, for me, in this practice, we call her the unseen therapist. Everybody has something that they believe in. It could be the universe, it could be God, angels, spirit guides, it doesn't matter. You can use whatever you'd like when we get to that part. And what's really important also to know and to tell yourself is that to rewire these patterns, you have to keep doing this work on your own. It's a consistent practice of telling your body that you're okay, you're safe, and nothing bad is happening. That work is like incredible. Those words, and you'll find what words work best for you. But in my trauma healing that I do for my clients, we use those words all the time, and they're very, very effective. So let's get to it. So thinking about something in your life that is troubling you and how it brings in these physical sensations, right? And you can use this on even just physical pain as well. So in this work, here's something that I want to just share with you. So I want you to just clap your hands, right? Just start clapping your hands, right? And you'll see that mostly I'm using my left hand is dominant doing the work, okay? And so that means that if I have pain on the right side of my body, it has to do with my mother or a child. And it could be a mother figure or a child figure. And then the left side of my body is anybody else. So father figure, friends, like anybody else. So that's that was created from this Dr. Hammer in Germany, I believe he's German, where he created this system called the 5 biological laws, where he did research. He was a doctor, and he did research on like 20,000 patients over his 30-year career. And he figured out what emotional causes created physical problems in the body. So all kinds of medical problems, disorders, diseases, all sorts of things. It's fascinating work to me. And that's what this book is that I was talking to you about, Official EFT. It has like 200 disorders and diseases in it, and how you can tap or meditate, on it and help to heal yourself. So yeah, it's really fascinating work. So, I'm just really sitting here talking. So let's get into working on something for yourself, right? And so when you think of something that's troubling you, and you know that it causes this physical symptom, this stress response in your body that I mentioned before, let's just go into the physical part of it. We're not going to get into any words of your specific situations or the emotions necessarily. We're just going to work on the physical part of it. And you can use this at any time of the day that you might start to feel nervous, anxious, stressed. Those are usually the words that I hear from my clients, and they're not even really sure what's underneath it all because they haven't gone that deep, right? And that's where this work is so detailed and so focused, that we get underneath those feelings so that we can bring them up and out, right? And like unravel them and dismantle them and break them apart for good. So I'm going to show you the tapping points, and you're just going to follow along with what I do and fill in the blanks with your specific situation. All right, so this is the side of the hand I'm tapping on. Full palm, I just go right to the top of the head, and then right in between the eyebrows, right there, not above it, not here, right? Right in between the hairline. So I do 2 fingers typically here, and then corners of the eyes, right? Not the temples, all right? Corners of the eyes. And then underneath the eyes, right on top of the cheekbone, right? Under the nose, right? Directly under the nose with 2 fingers, right on the chin, under the lip where the chin goes in. And then I do under the collarbone here, right? And then under the armpit next to the chest, right here, right? So not under the armpit here, right next to the chest. And you can do both sides if you want. If it's tough to reach around, that's okay. You can do it this way, right? All that is fine. So yes, I keep fixing my shirt today because I don't want my bra hanging out here. All right, so here we go. So you're going to tap on the side of your hand. It's just gentle tapping. And if you have any questions about any of this, don't hesitate to reply to this email that I'm going to send out, or because I usually send these out in an email, or if you see it on YouTube anywhere or anything, just reach out with questions. I'm happy to help. So here we go. So think for a moment about these physical sensations, and I want you to just feel into, like, how big do they feel? How heavy do they feel? How tight do they feel? Whatever your words are. And can you rate it on a scale of 0 to 10? 10 being the worst, crazy, right? 0, then you wouldn't be working on it, right? And what I would say is, when I work with my clients privately, we're always looking for zeros. You might not be able to get yourself to 0 on your own. That's okay. At least if you're just managing it and you're getting your numbers down, a few numbers down, on a regular basis, you will definitely be feeling a lot better. So here we go. Even though I'm feeling this physical symptom of fill in the blank, I'm choosing to honor how I feel. And even though I'm feeling this physical symptom, fill in the blank, I'm acknowledging that I have it. And even though I'm feeling this, fill in the blank, and it's at a number, just use your best. You can't do this wrong. So don't worry if you're like, oh, I don't know what number. Just the first number that comes in. Right? And I'm open to the possibility of feeling calmer in my body, feeling lighter in my body, feeling, having more inner peace. Whatever your goal is here with this, just fill in those words. What would be a goal? And then we'll go to the top of the head, right? I'm feeling all this. And you want to fill in the blank. So I'm feeling fidgety, in my fingers. I have in between the eyebrows, I have all this mental chaos going on in my mind, right? Like if you just feel like you can't shut your brain off and you have like a monkey mind going on. These are just some examples outside the eyes. All this tension in my neck, right? Underneath the eyes, all this tightness in my throat or my chest, right? Under the nose, all this pain in my shoulder or my hip. All right, so just make it your own. On the chin. And you're just repeating it, right? Under the collarbone. All this blank, right? And under the arm. All this blank in my blank. And then we'll go back to the top of the head. So now flip it around a little bit and say, like, my throat is tight, or my mind is crazy, in between the eyebrows. My belly is tense, um, outside the eyes, or maybe you're having a digestive issue or something, right? So say the body part first and then what it's doing, right? Like my legs are trembling, or, underneath the eyes, like my heart is racing, instead of like all this racing in my heart or these heart palpitations, right? You're just flipping the words around. And then just play with it under the nose. Go back to what you were saying before, and just kind of play around with it. On the chin, saying it again. Under the collarbone, right? Maybe saying it the other way now, the body part first and how it's feeling. And then under the arm. Okay. Now, deep breath in through the nose, right? And really blow it out your mouth. It's really important to breathe as you're doing this work. It's also really important to hydrate. Because this is energy work and you want to help keep it moving. So the breath helps, right? And sometimes movement helps. Sometimes people might feel tired after this work, but even if you can get up and move around a little bit, like, just kind of moving the arms or moving the shoulders or doing some twists and things like that, just to kind of move the energy up and out. But if you don't feel tired, maybe it's great to go and like take a walk or something, right? Just like move your body or put on some fun music and dance around. All right, so we're going to continue. We don't have to go back to the side of the hand. We're going to go back to the top of the head. And we're going to say, I still have this feeling in my, right? Say that. And in between the eyebrows, if you notice that you're feeling better, acknowledge that now. Like, I still have it, but I'm feeling better. And outside the eyes. And what is the difference that you're feeling? Is something calming down? Do you feel more relaxed? Underneath the eyes? Do you feel like you can take a deeper breath, like there's more space or expansion, like in your body? Say that. And under the nose. But I'm still feeling blank in my blank. Right? And you're still trying to like unravel it and calm it down. And on the chin, and here we're going to add some words in, but right here and now, nothing bad is happening. Under the collarbone, I am safe here. And under the arm, nothing bad is happening. Top of the head, even though I'm feeling these feelings in my body physically, and you can say what they are again in between the eyebrows. Outside the eyes, nothing bad is happening to me now. Underneath the eyes, it's just a stress response. Under the nose, nothing bad is happening. On the chin, I am safe here. Under the collarbone, this work is bringing me back to the present moment. Under the arm, which is helping me to relax. It's helping me to feel calmer, whatever those words are. Right? So just take another pause, take a sip of water, inhale through the nose. Ooh, my spine just kind of cracked a little bit and adjusted, which does happen with this work because it's like shifting energy, right? It's shifting stuck energy, helping you to unravel. Sometimes people say they have like a knot in their stomach. So maybe that knot is unraveling. I was working with someone the other day and she said, it's a red, yellow, and orange ball of yarn that's like all tightly wrapped, tightly wound up. But by the end of our like half-hour session, she was picturing it that it had like completely unraveled, which was really cool. So notice where you are now. And I would journal, right? Write down like where you started, what you were feeling, where you are now, and what you notice has shifted. And we only did a few rounds and it was very quick. So you can see how much better you can feel in a very short period of time. So I realized that this might be connected to something that is going on in your life. And this video is just not going there right now. This is just to help you with the physical symptoms that you might be feeling that are connected to that. So you can just keep telling yourself, nothing bad is happening, I am okay. Every time you have the trigger or the thought, and it brings on the physical sensation, just keep saying it, right? Keep tapping and saying it. Even though I'm feeling this, nothing bad is happening. Because when you are in these stress responses, it's bringing you back to when you first were triggered, where your body said, I need to do this in order to survive. I need to do this physical feeling, this response was to help me to survive in some way. And when you're triggered today, your body is just feeling the same thing. And it can also cause a lot of anxiety and fear and doubt about future stuff. So you want to keep bringing yourself, your energy and your thoughts and everything back into the present moment, because this is where true inner peace and happiness resides. Now, if you are, this video is really for people who are not like in this moment being abused, like that. I mean, please call 911 if that's happening, right? Like, this is for you when you have time by yourself, alone, either at home, you can excuse yourself to the bathroom, lock yourself in the closet, go for a drive in between work, where you can really just be by yourself for a few minutes and just keep telling your body that you're okay and nothing bad is happening, right? But you want to get into the physical feeling first and dismantle and unravel some of that first, and not just run to, I'm safe, nothing bad is happening, because you don't want to avoid what you're really feeling, right? You don't want to avoid that. And if you have complex PTSD and there's a lot of stuff going on, please reach out for help, either to me or to a therapist or, somebody. So you have to be your own advocate, of course, as you watch these videos, because I don't know, whose hands these are getting into. And the next time I do this video, I'll have to wear a different shirt. So that's what I have for you today. And so that's the somatic part, right? And then I want to do a little short meditation for you so that you can experience the spiritual part. All you have to do is close your eyes and I'll guide you. And I'll say that you want to make sure that you're in a fairly receptive mode, like a fairly calm state, in order to receive a meditation. So doing some kind of tapping, right, first is really important. All of my clients that have ever said, oh, I can't meditate or anything, they absolutely do. after they start working with me, because we've calmed their nervous system enough where they're able to relax. So you can do a round of tapping on the points and just taking deep breaths. You can do it on the physical symptoms, just like we did, and just keep it simple, right? Especially if you're new to this work, just keep it simple. Okay. All right, so close your eyes, and I want you to surrender your physical symptoms, situation, whatever it is, surrender it up. Now, I use the unseen therapist. She is pure unconditional love, but you can use any higher power or universe or angels or anybody you want, right, to tap into. It's all good. And I love this analogy that my friend thought of, where you're at the bank drive-through and you have the container that you put your money in. So, right. So in the container, you're putting your situation, your feelings, your physical sensations, all that, your emotions, whatever you want, and you're shooting it up through that tunnel right to your higher power and surrendering it, right? They know exactly how to resolve this and how to help you. All you need to be is open to receive divine guidance, downloads, and you know that healing and resolution happens in divine timing when you are really ready. So, right, so when you feel like you're done with that, like just sending it up, I want you to envision a loving, happy moment. It could be you're at your favorite place. It could be you're snuggling with your favorite pet or your child or your significant other, or your parent, or, anything that's like a loving, that brings in like true inner peace and calm and just happiness and fulfillment and all of that, in your body, right, in your heart space. And that's all you're going to do, is just focus on that for a couple of minutes. I'm going to time us, and I'm going to do it with you and send you as much powerful healing energy that I can. I'm tapping into my own loving moment, and I'm just envisioning your body feeling pain-free, at ease, more mobile, less tense, right, less tight, calmer. That's what I'm envisioning. Just stay focused on your loving moment. There's nothing else you need to do here. Let the feeling expand. So if it's an image, right, let the image expand so big it fills up the entire sky. And then let the feeling radiate into your whole body, right? From your toes to the tips of your fingertips to the top of your head, and just let it radiate outside of your body, outside of your skin, and just get so big. Just get so big. Right? Feeling into this loving, happy moment. Let it get so big. Let it get so big. It's okay if your mind wanders, just come back to your loving, happy moment. Slowly start to bring this loving, happy moment back into your body, back into your heart space. Even the image, right? It's just kind of like your heart is a vacuum and it's just like sucking it all in into your heart space, where you have access to it at all times. Knowing that you can come back to this practice at any time and always ask for guidance from your higher power, which to me is really my source within, right? So I hope that this was really helpful for you. Please reach out if you have any questions. Obviously, if you're interested in one-to-one work to really completely regulate your nervous system, reach out to me. I offer free consultations. And I also have a monthly membership that you can join. We meet the second Tuesday of every month at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm on the East Coast. And we go through my emotional clearing method in a 90-minute session. And you do get personalized attention. So it's group healing, but there's also time for personal attention. And we go through some other steps that we didn't go through in this video, because I try to keep this video not too long. So it's, easy for you to kind of grasp and use, right? You can come back to it again and again and again and again for all different ailments, right? And all different stress responses and things like that. So I'm sending you so much love and encouragement that your life can change, your life can be different. You just have to believe that, right? So again, sending you lots of love and hugs, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.